3, 2, 1.
Alright, Young and the Restless fans, welcome back to the channel and buckle up because today's episode had everything: secret identities, cat stories, passive-aggressive coffee chats, and of course, Phyllis being Phyllis. I'm going to give you a few highlights and then we'll break it all down. First, we have Nate, Amy, and the Damian mystery. Damian and Holden, what's the scheme? Sally and Billy, red alert. And then Sharon versus Phyllis, the passive-aggressive showdown. And then finally, even Phyllis crashes Billy's dinner. And of course she does. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and unpack this episode for February 4th. So we start off at Nate's, where Amy is having an existential crisis over her son Damian giving her the cold shoulder. Audra, trying to be optimistic or delusional, your call, insists that he just needs some time. But Amy, she's spiraling, convinced that she scared him off. Turns out Damian has some deep-seated trauma from when his dad died and he shut down emotionally. Cue to the heartwarming backstory about Damian and his childhood cat, Figaro. Apparently, this stray cat was his emotional support animal before ESAs were even a thing. They kept the cat a secret from her husband, but naturally, Figaro had other plans and jumped right into Jackson's lap during TV time. A boy and his cat inseparable, until of course life came knocking and they had to put Figaro down, leaving Jackson devastated. And I guess we have to cue the tiny violin. Amy chokes up and Nate, playing superhero, vows to make sure that she reunites with Damian. Sweet, but sir, do you even know what you signing up for? Meanwhile, Audra is having a what am I doing with my life moment, scrolling through job listings and finding nothing but dead ends. Maybe LinkedIn isn't her best bet. Over at the scenic lookout, Holden is trying to talk some sense into Damian, urging him to drop this whole charade. But Damian, oh no, he got a plan. He keeps his identity on the DL and wants to figure out what Nate is really after. Because let's be real, this isn't just about playing family therapist. Holden gets some juicy intel. Turns out Nate was a surgeon before climbing the corporate ladder. Damian is intrigued, learned that his mom Amy worked for Nate's father before he even was born. Ding, 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 ding. We have a potential scandal, people, and Damian never knew this because Amy conveniently left that part out of the bedtime stories. Now he's determined to get to the bottom of it. Holden calls Nate, setting the next phase of the game into motion. So now we got Sally living her best life, ready to enjoy some quality time with Billy when he casually drops that he's bringing Phyllis into his media venture. Now Sally, who already got some trust issues about Phyllis, isn't exactly thrilled about Billy teaming up with Phyllis, aka the human hurricane. She reminds him that Phyllis is a ticking time bomb, but Billy, ever the risk taker, thinks volatile energy makes for good business. Sir, this is not Shark Tank. Now, their conversation is interrupted by some much-needed takeout and a fortune cookie that predicts Sally's business success. Naturally, she plays the classic game of adding in bed to the end of it, making Billy smirk. They kiss, keeping things light for now. Meanwhile, over at Crimson Light, Sharon and Phyllis are having the most uncomfortable coffee chat. Phyllis, still holding that grudge the size of Genoa City, reminds Sharon that just because the charges were dropped doesn't mean she's off the hook. Now, Sharon, trying to play the remorseful card, and says Ian confessed to killing Heather, but Phyllis, yeah, she still don't want to hear it. Sharon admits that she was drugged with PCP. Yeah, let's not forget that wild storyline. And Cameron was whispering murdery things in her ear. Phyllis is not impressed, basically asking if she should be grateful that Sharon didn't kill her. The audacity is strong with this one. Nick shows up in the middle of this battle, watching all this mess unfold. Phyllis is ranting about Ian being a psychopath, and Nick reminds her that, oh yeah, that's actually Ian's fault, not Sharon's. Now, after Phyllis storms out, Sharon thanked Nick for his unwavering support, putting on his cape as usual, and she's hopeful that Daniel will trust her again one day. Girl, that's going to take a while. And finally, because Phyllis doesn't know the meaning of boundaries, she swings by Billy's unannounced. And just as he and Sally are settling in for a nice dinner, seeing the takeout, she immediately invites herself to dig in. Ma'am, what are you doing? Now, Sally, visibly annoyed but playing nice, tells her, you know what, go ahead. But the tension is so thick you can cut it with a knife. Phyllis is already negotiating terms with Billy about their business collaboration, which Sally makes a convenient exit for a meeting. Once along, Phyllis starts praising Billy's new place, saying that it has a very Billy vibe. He corrects her, saying, look, this is Sally's doing. She's an interior decorator. Don't you remember her decorating Daniel's place? And she was like, oh, yeah. It's nice. She snarks about his past with Daniel, and Billy quickly reminds her to respect boundaries again. Billy, good luck with that one. Okay, so there you have it. This episode was a roller coaster. Damian is playing the long con. Sally is getting increasingly wary of Phyllis, and Sharon and Phyllis' feud is still alive and well. Who's ready for the next round of drama? Let me know down in the comment section below. Are you Team Sharon or Team Phyllis? And what is Damian really after? Spill your theories below. Until next time, we'll see you all soon. Bye, Sophie.